Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I am just on my way to pick up my toddler, so you are joining me for Drive Chats. I just wanted to hop on and talk about something that I think is super important, and that's having routine, both at night and in the morning. So I'm finding that when I have a better routine at night and in the morning, that I am more likely to get things done, especially in the mornings. Granted, I do have a 6-month-old who is breastfeeding throughout the night, so I could probably have better sleep quality later on down the line. But one of those things, so in the evenings, I have a routine where I am kind of winding down the closer it gets to bed. Within like an hour or so of going to bed, I'll start to wind down. Normally try not to watch TV or be on my phone as much in the evening, and some days are better than others, but one of the things I do is I'm finding that 2 or 3 hours before bedtime, I'm having these sweet cravings. And one of the things that I've been doing is having a cinnamon apple chamomile tea with a bit of stevia, and I showed this on my Instagram the other day, and it's kind of like a hack. You still get that sweet flavor and that fruity flavor, and you can do it kind of with any teas that you want, but I usually use a chamomile tea when it's later in the evening, something that isn't going to rev me up, and it's going to kind of help me unwind. That's not every evening, that's just when those sweet cravings do hit. And the other thing that I do is I have started using this Rishi hot cocoa. It's through a company called Four Sigmatic, and I've really been using their coffees in the morning, so I thought, why not try it out? Sean Stevenson mentioned it on the Model Health Show, if you listen to that. And so what I've been doing in the evenings is I am doing that, and then I'm adding some emulsified MCT oil, the vanilla flavor. You can just use MCT oil if you have MCT oil or even coconut oil on hand. And then adding a little bit of stevia and some coconut milk just for that extra fat and that sweet flavor, and it really also hits that sweet tooth. So maybe instead of tea, you want to try that. It is a little bit pricey, but honestly it's totally worth it. The Rishi has so many benefits. If you listen to the Model Health Show, he's talked about it before. It just helps you kind of wind down. It helps you with your sleep quality. There's been tons of studies, and it's been used for a long time. And it really, I've seen in my own nightly routine that it really does help with sleep. The other thing that I like to do, and I don't do it as much, but I try to do it between 2 and 3 times a week, is listening to a meditation. So for me, I really love the one that Shailene Johnson posted on the Shailene Show, her podcast. It really helps me to wind down, and actually I don't think at night, after I've had my Rishi hot cocoa, that I've actually ever made it through the entire thing. It's just a bunch of positive affirmations. She suggests that you do it while moving, but I find that while laying down and kind of relaxing and getting in that that winding down stage of my nightly routine, it really does help. And I find that my sleep quality is really good, even if it is broken up. The actual quality of the sleep that I am getting tends to be a little bit better on nights that I have done both of these things. My husband isn't a huge fan of podcasts or meditation, so for him, sometimes he's like, hey, can you turn that off? But he doesn't get the nightly routine because he's one of those people that sleeps, like a dead person. But for me, for somebody who used to sleep so light, working out does definitely help throughout the day, and that will affect your nightly routine as well. Maybe you have some recovery drink. Beachbody carries something called Recharge, which helps at night to, let your muscles rebuild and things like that. And, the Rishi hot chocolate, like whatever suits you best for your nightly routine. So then, whether you can kind of gauge and see what's working for you for a nightly routine. I highly suggest those things. You could read a book, whether that's a personal development book, maybe listen to just a regular podcast instead of a meditation podcast. Whatever works for your lifestyle, you just kind of have to find a routine that works for you and something that you find works best for your sleep and helps you get that quality sleep. So that's my night routine. In the mornings then, generally when I wake up, I have 16 to 30 ounces of water. It just helps to get everything moving. Use the bathroom, weigh in, use the scale, see, track that, and things like that. And then I come downstairs, and I actually get super excited about my morning routine, which may be really nerdy of me, but I guess it's the health coach and fitness coach in me that really loves knowing and having these positive triggers now. So what I do, I finish up upstairs, come downstairs, I'll drink my water, then I will have my mushroom coffee. So I have tried 2 different types of mushroom coffee so far, and that is the cordyceps and the lion's mane and chaga. Add the MCT oil, coconut milk, stevia. I usually add a little bit of cinnamon. Sometimes you can do pumpkin pie spice. You can even add it into a smoothie. It's just like instant little packets. And while I'm having my coffee, I will listen to a podcast. I'll read. I haven't been reading as much because I haven't been sleeping well, so I haven't been getting up as early as I was before to be able to read without the baby or the toddler awake. And once I'm kind of feeling, awake and I'm feeling ready to go, I will go and have my pre-workout. This is probably my favorite part of my morning routine. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen my videos of me taking the pre-workout powder either in water or just taking the powder itself as a shot, and people are like, how do you do it? But that pre-workout is like one of my favorite parts of the day, and on days that I don't take it, it's kind of a little bit weird to me. So I usually take 2 scoops. Some people only need 1. I like to have 2 scoops, and I feel like it really gives me that boost of energy, and it's a positive trigger for me to know, okay, I'm having my pre-workout, within 15 to 30 minutes I'm gonna start my workout and get that in, and working out is really another favorite part of my day as well. And it's just really turned into like a passion of mine, and really something that excites me to wake up in the morning. Even on active rest days where I'm only doing yoga or things like that, it's really something that I look forward to in my morning routine. So I work out, and then I'll have like a shake with superfoods and greens and whatever I'm kind of feeling the day. That day I play around. I've done pumpkin spice and caramel apple pie, caramel apple cheesecake, all these crazy flavors that I kind of love to experiment with. Again, I'm kind of nerdy, and I'll usually have something as well, like some toast with some Laughing Cow cheese on it, or a cheese stick, or something, especially in the mornings like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, when I am on my way to pick my daughter up from school. It's really kind of a grab and go thing. So I'll have a shake, and then like I said, toast if I have time. If not, I have been trying to make these homemade muffins or homemade breads that I can just grab a piece or grab a muffin real quick with my shake, and then it's a good filling meal that's going to satisfy me and get me to the next meal. or a snack or whatever. And drinking water is actually very important throughout the morning routine as well. It's Water is important. I've talked about that before. So definitely incorporating more water into your morning routine and evening routine. But during the evening routine, it's really important to remember that you don't want to wake up tons of times in the middle of the night to go to the restroom. So just be really mindful of that. Try to get your water in the first half of the day, and then you have a routine throughout the day, and it's really important to stick to that routine. And find a good one that works for you. Kind of play around and see what works best for you. And it's kind of fun to play around. I'm kind of nerdy like that. I like to experiment with, nutrition and fitness and things like that. I try to mix it up and find routines that work best. So I'm here now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful, and I'll catch you on the next episode. So much for tuning in today and sharing this time with me. Please stay tuned for future episodes and check out my podcast.